This is Danny with QuadLugs, and we're going to be doing the electronics on the 380 Sport. I have a little background noise today, and that's my battery charger. I'm charging up some batteries from a little bit of flying we've done this morning. But let's go ahead and get started. When we left off, we had, the frame put together, and since then I went ahead and drilled a hole in the deck here, and that's where the control wire is going to be coming up from the ESC. So let's go ahead and get this pan pulled off. Whenever the batteries go off, I'll take a quick break and pull them off the charger. Okay. Now, if you've been, of course, watching the videos, the build videos and flight videos, we pretty much exclusively use the Qbrain, our 4-in-1s. But that's not to say, obviously you can put individual ESCs, no problem. You can put them in the same area if you want to. They'll fit in here. Or you can put them on the arms, traditional way of doing it. But they'll also fit in here or fit on the bottom side of the pan, and then put them on. But we're going to be using a 20 amp today, and we're going to be using RC timer motors today, and they're 2212s, and they're 920 kV, and we're going to be doing it on a 3S setup. Then we're going to be doing it, we'll do some flights on that, then we'll do some flights on a 4S setup also. And we'll be, using the same Qbrain for the 3 and the 4. The only thing we're going to be doing basically is changing battery, and I think we'll be in good shape. We'll find out for sure. Anyway, if you've been watching, you know that I normally put this on the right-hand side, or I have my battery connector come out on the right-hand side, and I think we're going to do the same thing on this one. So, in order to do that, we're going to set it up like this. And this will wind up coming out on the right hand side. So we're going to get some Velcro and put down. I already have the loop here. The hook, I'm sorry. And we're going to put loop down on the multi-rotor. And if you've been watching also, that's how we normally do it. We put the loop on the multi-rotor, everything that attaches to it, including the batteries, we put the hook. But, again, you can do absolutely, obviously, whatever you want to do. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll put this in about the middle of this area right here. And the reason, there goes the batteries. One reasoning for that is that we're going to have these accessory attachments, for a camera and transmitter or whatever, and they're going to wind up going, right in here. So we want to make sure, that this is going to, clear the wires and everything. So that'll work out really well. Hang on one second, let me get this done. Okay, I'm back. We still have 2 batteries going. I have a 4 battery charger, and 2 of them are finished, and we have 1 more left. Again, the ESC and the controller was used on another multi-rotor, and we're using them on this one. The motors are new. This is actually my first time trying out RC timer motors, and they had a pretty good deal going on. They had 2 motors and 4 props. And the motors are left-handed, right-hand threads. The props have, left-handed, right-hand nuts built in it. And they had a real good deal on it. It was like, $26, I think, for 2 motors and 4 props, 2 of each. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, so we're trying them out. And the props are 9.4, 4.3. So we'll see how it works. Like I said, I don't know if you can beat that deal. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm trying to get this turned around where it'll fit nice. Let me see. And our battery went off, and I'm going to have to leave you again for just a second. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. We have one more battery, and so we'll get bothered one more time. But if you notice on this one, what I normally do is that, I fix the wires inside here so we don't have to cut them. This one I went ahead and cut them and put some new connectors on the end. Simply because with putting the deck on the bottom side on this one, we lose a little bit of room, and I just want to make sure we have enough clearance between the pan and the ESC for good ventilation. So I went ahead and cut them, and I mean, you can cut them on the other one too. I normally, like I was saying, to reuse or to keep the length of the wire original, so in case I put a longer arm or something on them, okay, I normally do that. But these are cut, definitely makes a neater job when you do it, when you cut them, but it creates a few shorter joints. But anyway, that's what I did on this one. I cut them, and if we're going to run them like this is the pan on, we're going to run them out right here, and we're going to come around like that. So when you run it this way, you can see about the length I cut them right there. So there we go on that. So we'll get started on this, and we have our control wires ran through, and it's all going to go like this. This is going to be the right, so this is going to be the front. And we'll go ahead and get the motors put on. And again, these are the RC timer motors, and they give you this nut here in case you put a conventional prop, or if you use the prop that comes with it, it has the built-in nut. And I think these are right hand and the blacks are left hand. So I mean, it's pretty nice, self-tightening, pretty nice. So we're going to give them a try, see how they work. And like I said, really, really good deal. But let's go ahead and get these motors on. And I'm going to go ahead and catch this one last battery. Okay, we'll get bothered again. I have a couple more batteries I put on. But we're going to get these motors on. And I'm only going to put 2 tie bands on. And, I'll get the others put on after we finish the build, or the electronics. Actually, I'll probably fly it with only 2 per motor. But I would suggest putting 4 on, and I will, just not right now. Okay, and then we pull these apart, and that tightens them up. We're using 4-inch 18-pound, and they work really well. Never had a problem. They hold up real well. I'm going to go ahead and plug in the wires, and again we'll check rotation after a while. And again we're going to use the Velcro wire ties that I cut to length. And you can see how this is going to make a really nice job once it's we have the pan on there. Okay. Let me get the rest of the motors put on, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, we have the motors on. So clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise. So the appropriate motors on each one. So we're going to check rotation after a while. So after you prep the ESC, meaning if you're going to cut the wires, go ahead and cut them and solder on your connectors. And you solder on your battery connector of your choice. It goes really, really fast. You put your Velcro on the bottom, as we did. You mount your ESC. You run your wiring over. You mount your motors, plug them in, and that part's done. And again, we'll check rotation after a while. So next, we're going to go ahead and let's mount the bottom pan on. Let us get something to write with. And we're going to go ahead and mark down our motors, our controls rather. So this is motor number 1, and it's going over to ESC number 4. ESC number 4 is brown. So brown is going to be motor number 1. Motor number 2 is going over to ESC number 1. ESC number 1 is red. So red is going to number 2. Motor number 3 is going to ESC number 2. Number 2 is orange. So orange is number 3. Number 4 motor is going to ESC number 3. ESC number 3 is white. So that's going to be number 4. So let's just double check. 1 is going to 4, which is brown. Brown to 1. 2 is going to ESC number 1. ESC number 1 is red. Red is number 2. Number 3 motor is going to ESC number 2. ESC number 2 is orange. Orange is 3. Number 4 motor is going to ESC number 3. ESC number 3 is white. White is number 4. Another thing you want to make sure too is that, you know, and it sounds really simple, but I've actually done it, is make sure that, you know, you have 3 wires on each ESC, that they're kept together. It's real easy to get one over to get it crossed, I guess is what I'm saying. So, you know, just good to double check that. So anyway, we're good to go there. We have our cheat sheet, so we'll know how to hook it onto our controls. So let's go ahead and put our pan on. And you can see just how fast this goes. It's incredible how fast. Once you prep the ESC, and if you're going to, you know, keep the wires the same length and bundle them up as we do sometimes, all you have to do is solder on your connector and you're ready to go, and it's even faster. But it's just amazing. The electronics, which is usually the most time-consuming part of doing a multi-rotor, is with QuadLugs actually the fastest part. I mean, the frames are easy and fast to put together, but it's faster than putting the frame together actually. Now putting the motors on with zip ties, I really like that because it is really fast doing it that way also. It works really well, and if you want to change motors out, it's just, to me, a lot easier than using screws. But obviously, once again, whatever you like. So we're going to go ahead and get the pan put on. Now that background noise, I still have a battery going. So we'll just make sure it's on there good, and we're looking good. And this is coming out of the right side here. So we're in good shape. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and mount our controls, and again I'm reusing a KK board on our KK board holder with the receiver pad, and we're using the lemon receiver. Now this one's set up in a little bit different configuration. I have it to the side like this, and that's so that, you know, the body will fit over. So if you are using the smaller, like the mini KK or the NAS or even the NASA, you know, you have a little bit more room, you can turn it around. Now, one thing you can do too is these tabs can be cut off, which opens up this whole pan for you, or this whole deck for you. And the body's gonna, you know, be screwing into these pieces here. So you can definitely cut these tabs off, and it'll work really well, give you more room. But on this particular one, we're gonna set it up like this. Now this is yellow because this is one of our older, or our original, this is actually one of the prototypes, KK board holder. So, you know, still going. So I still use it. And like I said, the way this is set up, it's just that easy. You take it off the Velcro, put your other motors on, or put it on another one, put your motors, motor wiring on, good to go. What I'm going to go ahead and do now is put this Velcro on. But I've really grown to like that receiver pad and KK board holder. It works really, really good. It's just convenient. You can switch over very, very fast. Okay. I'll get this put on. I'm going to put this, you know, about in the middle. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and put this on. Okay, and we have a video also on getting the KK board into the holder and how I do it. And if you want, you know, please go take a look. It's pretty handy. So we're going to go ahead, and brown is number 1. As we all know, KK board, the first motor connection takes the power. So the Qbrain has, normally it has the white wire, control wire, on with the power. So what I do, I pull the white out and put, you know, whichever one is going to be motor 1, which is brown in this one. So brown has the power. We're going to put that on 1. Red is number 2. And we're going to put that on. Orange is number 3. We're going to put that on. White is number 4. And we're going to put that on. So there we go. We'll just double check it here. Brown is number 1 with the power. Red is number 2. Orange is number 3. And white is number 4. Okay. And we have the wires here. And bringing it up through the deck, you know, makes a really nice job. So this is the front, and the body's going to fit on and screw down on there. Now, we have a video on putting on the body, and I'm going to go ahead and put a link to it at the bottom of this video here. And you know, you can go take a look at it. Very easy to put on after your body's made. And I also put that link on there too. The body, how to put the body together. So you'll have 2 links on there. And so you put the body together. These pieces here, you'll get a 3x6 piece. You cut this to fit, which is usually about 7/8 of an inch wide this way. And you know, 3 to 3.5, depending on if you want it to just go this far or go all the way to here. And I really prefer it going all the way. It makes a cleaner looking job. Or all the way meaning, you know, this way. And then you put it down on there and shoot your screws into here. And anyway, I'll have both of those videos at the bottom so you can take a peek at those. And anyway, that goes on like that. And, you know, we'll check rotation. The props go on like that. Or like that. Makes a really nice job. I think you're really going to like this one. It flies crazy good, and they're easy to build, and great clearance on it. Clearance on it. Great clearance. Anyway, that's how she's going to look. I'm going to go ahead and rotate these motors, and we're going to get a flight in. So try it out. I think you're going to like it. Take a look at these motors too. I tell you what, I am you know, for the price and getting the extra props, and we're going to fly it here, and I'll definitely let you know what I think about it. But it's a great deal on the motors too. So this is how it turns out. Real clean look. And I have this Velcro dots on here to mount my Mobius. Like I was saying the other day, that's how I normally run it. But you can see that it fits really good like that. And you can put the other one on back here for your transmitter, your FPV transmitter, or what else you're going to use. What else, you know, whatever else you're going to use. Makes a real nice job. We'll go over that a little bit more in the future, but just remember you'll get 2 of these. The vibration balls are not included, but you can get those at good old Hobby King, and they're really, you know, reasonable, and quite a few other places. And you can get them to the, you know, weight that you want. But you'll get 2 sets of these, or 2 of these rather. What was it? 2 sets. This is 1, so you'll get 2 completes. And that way you'll be set up for mounting anything on your quad, on your 380 Sport. Anyway, this is Danny with QuadLugs, and this is just how easy it is. It's fast. Once you get prepped, super fast doing the controls, or the electronics rather, on this, and you're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and check the rotation on the motors, get it propped out, and we're going to take it for a flight. Again, this is Danny with QuadLugs. Thanks a million.